Welcome to CEP 817, Learning Technology by Design. In our everyday life and work, each of us is faced with challenges, issues, and complex problems that need to be solved. It can be difficult to decide what to tackle first, especially in the areas of teaching, learning, and systems of education in general, where the challenges can be complicated and difficult. 817 is a course about design. Design is a process. Design as it relates to education and the world around us. But what's the most effective way for learners from a variety of educational contexts to learn about design? And how do you do this online? In this course, we use innovative approaches to support learners as they apply the design thinking process to their own problems of practice. One of the objectives of this course is that learners come to conceive of the work that they do as an act of design. If you are not in education directly, you're a designer. You make and create based on what your industry and job require. If you're a teacher, you are a designer. You create learning experiences and solve complex teaching, learning, and classroom challenges. If you're a technology coordinator, you are a designer. You craft ways to use technology in viable, interesting, and learning-intensive ways. If you're a professional development coordinator, you are a designer. You design ways to help others build learning experiences. If you're an administrator, you are a designer. You design culture, procedures, and protocols. Because design involves creative work and complex problem solving at the crossroads of so many fields and disciplines, we are all designers. The course structure follows the 5 phases of the design thinking model from the Stanford Design School: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Drawing from their professional experiences, learners in 817 apply design thinking to a problem of practice of their choosing. This project is an opportunity for learners to see and engage with their own work as a process of design. We ask learners to engage with design thinking through 3 types of learning activities. They explore readings and media to engage with the major ideas in the course. They create artifacts to synthesize the concepts and strategies they've learned, and they share what they've learned in professional blogs and via Twitter. After an introduction to design, CEP 817 guides learners through each phase of the design thinking process. First, learners identify the target audience for their design solution and focus on the various ways that empathy plays a role in design thinking. Each unit contains learning activities that engage with course concepts more generally, as well as activities focused on the problems of practice. For example, as learners work to hone their problem statements, they engage in fun exercises, including inventing a sniglet, which helps learners focus on defining their problems, relying on observation and creativity. Each unit also offers opportunities to connect with their classmates. When ideating, learners share their brainstorms with groups via Flipgrid. They further support each other by providing feedback on each other's problem statements in Google Docs. 817 blends high with low-tech activities, encouraging learners to explore creativity in different ways. For example, learners create a physical representation of an abstract idea using a limited number of ordinary household items. This supports learners as that they create, test, and evaluate prototypes of a solution to their problem of practice. Finally, students create a testing protocol that employs observations, interviews, and focus groups to test their prototypes. They then create a detailed testing report, video, and reflection to illustrate their results and what they learned in the process. This course reflects our commitment to accessibility and student support. To begin, students are introduced to the course, program norms, D2L, and online resources for student health, identity, and wellness. Each unit contains a consistent structure of guiding questions, a roadmap with learning objectives, and a checklist, along with quick access to instructor contact information. Spartan Ally reports that CEP 817 is 100% accessible. CEP 817 optimizes individual choice and authenticity by allowing students to choose a problem relevant to their professional context and offering flexibility in terms of the artifacts they create. Flipgrid discussions foster collaboration and community. Explore activities are presented in at least 2 ways to ensure that ideas are illustrated through multiple media. Examples include videos, blog posts, popular media, and hypertext. Assignments encourage learners to use a variety of tools for construction and composition, from design sketches to mind maps to written reflections. This sampling of quotations from final reflection posts and SIRS reflect the value students found both in individual learning activities and in the course overall. as well as the positive ways it has influenced their teaching and thinking. A final indicator of effectiveness is the creativity and impact demonstrated by student work. We are continually impressed by the innovative solutions generated by students in 817 and humbled by the impact these projects have had on learners in various educational contexts.